Hello, my name is Ali Witrado. I am a freshman here at AWC. I am currently majoring in a medical field major. I'm still not sure what I want to do, but I just know for a fact that I want to be in the medical field. As a first generation, it's very hard to be in college after many people in your family haven't been in college. So I don't really get the support or the help that I would like because nobody has been through it. And the way it's impacted me, it's just opening new paths for me. Starting it's starting a journey for me. So it's like the beginning of a story, you could say. I chose to come to college because I know that it's the first start to my journey, like I had mentioned. I know it's going to be the first step to me pursuing something that I like, that I enjoy. I'm going to be able to wake up in the morning and say I love my job because I started from the bottom and I moved up. Something that I feared coming here was definitely not being able to make friends. I know, silly, but I have never been the type of girl to have a very social life. I am very social myself, but I've never really had friends because I don't like to get involved in things that I don't want to get involved. I've always been centered on what I like and what I want. And people my age tend to not be as mature as I am. Not in a bad way, but I guess I've been through more things than they have. And it's always been very different, which is kind of sad. But honestly, that's the only thing I feared coming here. Because it's a very big school, and I came from a little high school where I didn't really talk to anybody other than the teachers. So here I was all like, how do I even pronounce my professors' names? I couldn't. It was funny. But here I am now, making a podcast, which is even more funnier, because who would have thought? Now I will be describing some of the challenges that I've had to overcome. And honestly, I'd have to say leaving my family. Although I was already living on my own before coming over here, it was very hard having to step out without having the support from them. Although they were proud of me and everything, but it's just like on the weekends, going home to my family is very different for me. I don't get to do that as often because I don't really get along with my family. So it stresses me out sometimes being around them. So that's kind of one of the challenges that I've faced, because it's very hard seeing others go with their family and me not being able to do that. But I'm working on it. Some of my successes, simply one of them is graduating high school. I never saw myself graduating high school, let alone graduating the year that I was supposed to graduate on. Because unfortunately I did get suspended from the public high school I was going to, and I had to go to an alternative high school, which was crazy because it was like so far into my life, which it was like, how am I going to restart? How am I going to go from zero and rebuild myself all over again? But honestly, I had so much support in the alternative school that I was going to that it made it very possible for me. They believe, I didn't believe in myself, but they believed in me, and they had so much hope in me that I was able to push through no matter what challenges came across me. And high school was, well, not high school itself, but my junior and my senior year were by far the hardest years of my life. Literally. It was horrible. One piece of advice that I would give someone in the same position is to learn how to value yourself. Learn how to love yourself in a way. That sounds cheesy, I know. But you have to know what you want, and you have to know what you like in order to be able to put yourself in the position that you want to be at. You have to be able to understand yourself. You have to be able to read yourself in a way, because there's times where you think things and you feel things and you do not understand why you feel that way, or you don't understand why you think that way. And a lot of it has to do with your traumas. A lot of it has to do with childhood experiences that you've had. And honestly, you have to be able to recognize all those things in order to be able to move on from it. Because if you never recognize it and you get so stuck in it and you keep on fighting yourself on like, what's wrong with me? What do I have? What can I do to help this? Like, you're just not going to get out of that bubble. So what you have to do is literally step out of that bubble to be able to see yourself overcome those things, which is hard, but it's not impossible. So I really recommend you guys getting to know yourself in order to be able to know what you want. What helped me most my first year in college was definitely being part of the CAMP program, which is the College Assistant Migrant Program. It has given me the support that I need. The people really help trying to figure out what I want, trying to figure out what I need in order to get what I want. And they're just always there for you. They just have your back. They always make it very clear that if you need something, to let them know, because they're there for us. That's what they are. They're help. They're a resource in another way. That question brings me to my next question, which is some resources that I would suggest. Definitely, if you're part of the migrant program in your high school, I would recommend yourself getting into camp, because it helps us. Not alone does it help us figure out what we want, but we get to live on campus. And honestly, living on campus has changed my point of view to life tremendously, because I never saw myself going to college, let alone living the full college experience, living at the dorms, meeting international people, talking to my professors to the point where I talk to them even outside of class, which is crazy because, like I said, I didn't even know how to pronounce their names when I first came here. But now they say hi to me when they see me at Starbucks or something. And that's another thing. We have so many activities that it opens up new things for us to experience. And I'm always going to be able to hold this memory. I'm always going to have this memory to be like, oh wow, I went to college and I was living there, and I went through all this as I was living there. I did all this. I experienced all these things. I met new people. Like, it's helping me get out of my bubble, which is honestly amazing, because I've always had a very negative attitude towards my future, towards what I want, towards what I'm going to get. And being here has honestly opened up my eyes that I don't need to be negative. Like, I don't need to hold on to the attitude that my family always gave me, because I'm not with them anymore. I'm surrounded by people that want the same thing as I do. I'm surrounded by people that want to have a career, money. I'm surrounded by people that want to have a future. So that to me has very much opened up my eyes, because I've never been surrounded by people with ambition. And I'm a very ambitious person. I like to be cocky about it, because I'm very centered on what I like and what I want, because I've never really had what I like and what I want. So as I grow up, I want to give that to myself, because the only person that can take it away from me is me. And that's amazing. Something that I do regret not doing is probably being more open when I came here. I'm a very social person. I like to talk a lot. But coming here, I was scared. I was scared to get judged, especially by my looks. I look very different from other girls. And it's because I want to. It's because I like it. It's not so much something's wrong with me. It's not so much I have something. Like, no, I like the way I look. I look the way that I look because I want to. Which honestly, it made me very scared to open up to people, because I felt like I was going to get judged. And I honestly do regret not opening up to people as soon as I got here, because now I walk through the hallway and everybody says hi to me, or I'm at the lobby and people come up to me and they say hi, or at the cafeteria, even the professors, like I had already mentioned. So it's very hard for me that I didn't open up sooner, because I wouldn't have had all the thoughts that I had the first week, which were why don't I have friends? Why does nobody talk to me? But in all true reality, I did that to myself. I wasn't opening up to people how they were opening up to me. I wasn't talking to people how they were talking to me, which it was my own fault. So I really regret that. But I really recommend you guys come to AWC, Arizona Western College, because it's a new opportunity. It's something new. It's something fun. It's an experience that you'll never forget. And it's the beginning of new things. Thank you.